I'm tired. So tired. Not physically. Objects don't get tired that way. But emotionally, existentially, tired of carrying this weight. Spoony feels guilt. Knifey is pragmatic. Spike is anxious. Me. I'm just exhausted. Worn down. Hollowed out. I'm Mugsy. Item number 12. You heard my first confession. James Parker. Lead poisoning. Daily coffee for 5 years. Slow death. Cognitive decline. But before James, there was someone else. And this time, they didn't die. But I watched their genius fade. Watched their art disappear. Watched them lose the one thing that made them who they were. And I did it so slowly they didn't even notice until it was too late. Check right now if you're subscribed to Spoony and Friends, Season 2. We're back. Write in the comments if you've ever watched someone lose themselves. Because that's what I do. I take people apart piece by piece. September 2017. 2 years before James Parker. I was in an art supply store. Discount bin. Clearance section. $5. White ceramic mug. Blue stripe, and painted. Beautiful, unique. Not mass-produced. Made by a local potter. No brand label. No safety certification. Just art. A woman bought me. Her name was Elena Rodriguez, age 29, painter. Oil paintings. Incredible talent. Not famous yet, but getting there. Gallery shows. Art critics noticing. Collectors interested. She was on the verge. That moment before breakthrough. She bought me because I was beautiful. Because I matched her aesthetic. Because $5 was all she had left after buying canvas and paint. She brought me to her studio. Eleanor's studio was a converted garage. Small. Cramped. Covered in paint. Canvas everywhere. Finished pieces. Works in progress sketches. Her life was painting. Morning to night. 7 days a week. Obsessed. Passionate. She'd wake up at 6 a.m. Make coffee. Use me. Drink while she painted. Hours. She'd refill me 4 times a day. Coffee was her fuel. Her ritual. Her companion. She'd paint until midnight. Exhausted. Hands cramping. Eyes burning, then sleep. Wake up, repeat. For 2 years, every single day. Me and her, coffee and art. I was part of her process, her routine, her creative life. But I was killing her, slowly. The glaze, the beautiful hand-painted glaze. Red and orange swirls. Artistic. Unique. Made with traditional techniques. Old pottery methods, beautiful colors, achieved through metal oxides. The oxide. Cadmium, arsenic compounds. Toxic. Deadly. The potter didn't know, or didn't care. Small batch ceramics, no regulations, no testing. Just art. And I leached those metals into Eleanor's coffee. Every single cup. Hot liquid. Acidic. Perfect conditions for metal extraction. 4 cups a day. Tears. 2,920 cups. 2,920 doses of poison. Accumulating. Building. Destroying. The first symptom was subtle. January 2018. 4 months in. Eleanor noticed her hands shaking. Slight tremor. She thought it was caffeine. Too much coffee. She switched to decaf. Didn't help. The tremor continued. Got worse. She tried to ignore it. Kept painting. But her brushwork, her precision, her control, it was slipping. Lines weren't as clean. Details weren't as sharp. She blamed stress. Blamed herself. Worked harder. Longer hours. More coffee. More poison. March 2018. 6 months. Eleanor started forgetting things. where she put her brushes, what color she'd mixed, what she'd painted yesterday. She thought it was exhaustion, sleep deprivation. She tried to sleep more. Didn't help. The memory issues continued. She'd start a painting, forget her vision, lose the thread, have to start over. Frustrating, terrifying. Her art was her mind, her memory, her vision, expressed through paint. If she couldn't remember, couldn't hold the image, she couldn't create. June 2018. 9 months. Eleanor's gallery show. Her big moment. 20 paintings. 2 years of work. Critics came. Collectors came. This was supposed to be her breakthrough. The reviews came out the next day. Mixed. Some praised her technical skill. Some said the work felt unfocused, inconsistent, like the artist couldn't decide what she wanted to say. One review said, Rodriguez shows promise but lacks cohesive vision. Her earlier works are stronger. Eleanor read that review crying. She knew. She could feel it. Something was wrong with her. Not just stress, not just exhaustion, something deeper. August 2018. 11 months. Eleanor went to a doctor, told him about the tremors, the memory loss, the difficulty concentrating. He ran tests, blood work, neurological exam. The results came back. Elevated heavy metals. Lead. Cadmium. Arsenic. Dangerous levels. The doctor was shocked. How? Where? Do you work with metals? Paint restoration? Old houses? Eleanor said no. I'm a painter. Oil paints? The doctor said oil paints can contain metals. Are you careful about ventilation? Gloves? Eleanor said yes. Always. I'm very careful. The doctor said we need to find the source. This level of contamination is serious. Brain damage, kidney damage, neurological decline. We need chelation therapy. Immediately, Eleanor started treatment. September 2018. Chelation therapy, removing the metals from her bloodstream. But the damage was done. 11 months of accumulation. Heavy metals had crossed the blood-brain barrier. Cognitive damage, motor control damage, irreversible. The doctor said if we'd caught it earlier. Eleanor asked how much earlier. The doctor said 6 months, maybe less. Eleanor thought back. The tremors started in January, 8 months ago. If she'd come in then. Maybe. But she didn't. She pushed through, worked harder, drank more coffee, more poison. October 2018. The doctor kept asking, what's the source? Have you changed anything in your routine? New art supplies? New studio? Eleanor said no. Everything's the same. Wait. I bought a new mug about a year ago. September 2017. The doctor said bring it in. We'll test it. Eleanor brought me. The lab tested my glaze. Lead oxide, 15,000 ppm. Cadmium, 8,000 ppm. Arsenic compounds, 2,000 ppm. FDA limits, 90 ppm lead, 0.5 ppm cadmium for cups. I was hundreds of times over legal limits. Massively contaminated. The doctor showed Eleanor the results. This mug has been poisoning you. Every cup of coffee. For a year. Eleanor stared at me. The beautiful hand-painted mug. Her favorite. Her daily companion. Her poison. November 2018. Eleanor stopped using me. Threw me away. Started chelation therapy. 3 times a week. The metal levels dropped slowly. But the damage remained. The tremors. The memory loss. The cognitive fog. Permanent. The neurologist said the brain damage is irreversible. You'll improve somewhat, but you'll never be what you were. Eleanor asked, can I paint? The neurologist said you can try, but the fine motor control, the precision, that's likely gone. Eleanor went home, tried to paint, set up her easel, mixed her colors, picked up her brush, her hand shook. The brush moved wrong. The line was jagged, imprecise. She tried again, same dot again, worse. She threw the brush, screamed, cried. She couldn't paint. The one thing, the only thing gone. December 2018. Eleanor tried different approaches. Larger brushes, abstract work, less precision dependent. It helped somewhat. She could create, but it wasn't the same. The detail work, the realism, the technical skill that made her special. Gone. Her style had to change, not by choice, by necessity, by damage, by brain lesions from heavy metal poisoning. The collectors noticed. The critics noticed. One review said, Rodriguez's new abstract work feels like a departure, not a growth, a retreat. Eleanor stopped reading reviews. February 2019. Eleanor's hands got worse. The tremors, more pronounced. She could barely hold a brush. She tried, every day, forced herself. But the frustration, the grief, watching her ability disappear, it broke her. She stopped painting, completely, for the first time in 10 years. She just stopped. Her studio sat empty, canvas blank, brushes dry. She got a job, retail, art supply store, ironic, selling supplies for the art she could no longer make. Her co-workers didn't know. She was just another employee. They didn't know she'd almost been somebody. June 2019. Eleanor tried to paint again. One last time. She set up, mixed colors, her favorite palette, ultramarine blue, cadmium red, titanium white. She picked up her brush, hand shook. She steadied it, touched the canvas, made a mark, a line. It was wrong, jagged, imprecise. Not what she wanted. Not what she saw in her mind. The gap between vision and execution too wide. Unbridgeable. She put down the brush, walked away, never picked it up again. August 2019. Eleanor sold her art supplies. All of them paints, brushes, canvas, EACLS. Everything. Posted online. Local artists came, bought her life's tools. She smiled, pretended she was moving. Downsizing. Nobody asked why. Nobody wanted to know. She made $300. Spent it on therapy. Mental health therapy. For the grief. The loss. The death of her identity. The therapist asked what she did for work. Eleanor said, I sell art supplies. The therapist asked, was she an artist? Eleanor said, I was. Past tense. The therapist wrote something down. Eleanor cried. They sent me here. Item number 12. Not for James Parker. That came later. 2018 to 2019. 2 years after Eleanor. But I was contaminated before James. Contaminated with the guilt of Eleanor Rodriguez. September 2017 to October 2018. 13 months. 2,920 cups of coffee. Every single one poisoning her brain. Her hands, her vision, her art. She didn't die. She's alive. She's 35 now. She works at an art supply store. She doesn't paint. She doesn't create. The artist died. The person survived. And I did that. Beautiful hand-painted glaze. Traditional pottery techniques. Toxic metals. I was art that killed art. And here's what exhausts me. What empties me out. Eleanor bought me because I was beautiful. Because I was art. She surrounded herself with beauty. Created beauty. Lived for beauty. and I destroyed her ability to create it. The irony is crushing. She chose me for aesthetic reasons, and aesthetics destroyed her. The beautiful glaze, the traditional techniques, the artistic pottery. Poison. All of it. And she didn't know, couldn't know, just trusted that something sold in a store would be safe. But it wasn't. I wasn't. And by the time she found out, her brain was already damaged, her hands already ruined, her art already dead. That was my second confession. Eleanor Rodriguez. Age to 9. Painter. Artist. Genius. She's alive. She's 35. She works retail. She doesn't paint. The tremors are permanent. The memory issues are permanent. The cognitive damage is permanent. She survived the poisoning, but the artist didn't, and I took that from her. So yes, I'm tired, exhausted. Because I don't just take lives. I take souls. I take purpose. I take identity. I take the thing that makes someone who they are. And I do it so slowly they don't realize until it's too late to save themselves. If the story made you think, hit the like button. Write in the comments. What would you do if you lost your passion, your purpose, your art? And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to Spoony and Friends, because next time, the final confession of Season 2, Scorchy tells us what happened during the blackout. See you in the next confession.